Yo, it's Gabby Diaz.
Yes, it's E-Fish.
And I'm special.
And this is Culture Keepers. We're just keeping up with the culture. Welcome to episode 3.
Yay.
Culture Keepers, we is back. Thank you guys for listening. I know we got a couple comments. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Like, the love has been really dope, and we appreciate it, man. We're just trying to start something and just get the more support we can.
We should have a special guest one day.
I think it'll happen. I know it will happen.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Do you have somebody in mind?
I don't.
Okay. Well.
We should have the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Wow.
I'm
going to go ahead and reach all the way out there, you know? It's not too far.
I met him.
Yeah.
You know who I'd really like to get on, actually? And kind of hear a different side of her and not really interview her about herself, but just about...
I know who you're going to say.
I think you know who I'm going to say, too.
She's going to say Cardi B.
No.
Oh, you love Cardi B.
I do love Cardi B, and I do want her on the podcast, but no. That's not...
Then we're right.
She's here in the Bay.
Kaylani.
No, she's never in the Bay.
Oh.
You don't want to interview her, and she's here in the Bay.
I want to interview her, but not about her. I want to interview her about what she feels about the industry and, how it's taken a toll on her career.
Kamaya?
No.
Keisha Cole.
Nope.
Damn.
Who else is there?
Netta.
They're from the Bay?
Oh, no. I will call Netta right now.
That's the only reason. No, because I've never gotten to interview her.
Oh.
1 and 2, I just kind of want to hear a different side of her, because I feel like everybody's always trying to talk to her about her music and stuff, which is understandable.
Yeah,
She's an artist. But I just kind of want to hear her bash the industry a little bit, because I feel like it's done her a little dirty.
Yeah, no, that's I don't call people my sister because I have a sister, except for her. That's my sister. So yeah, no, she could really speak on some shit. And she's very good at being candid, and just going there. So yeah, no, whenever you want to do it, let's do it. She's the best.
I think that'd be dope, right?
You know, shameless plug. If you're listening to this right now, you can go and check out Creator's Cut with Netta Brielle, because by the time you hear this, that'll be out. So get a little Netta in your life.
Boom. As you should. How are you guys? How's life?
Pretty good.
I'm better now that I'm not low carb. Man, I was throwing tantrums, legit tantrums.
About low carb?
Not even about low carb. That's just how it made me feel. It just made me, and it was cool for a couple of days. Oh yeah, I'm doing good. I'm this. Yeah. And then
it's hungry, angry. You know that?
Hangry.
Yeah, exactly.
I was telling y'all off air, I cried. I don't cry. I wasn't crying about food, but because of the food. Yeah.
I don't cry either. You know what makes me cry though? My sister lives in freaking Canada, okay? Comes out here once every 5 years, and she leaves and I don't cry, okay? It's weird. She'll be a wreck, but I won't cry. But The Voice will make me cry.
The Voice.
The show The Voice will make me cry. That's not the stupidest shit you've ever heard.
I'm not gonna lie. Now that I'm older, watching engagement videos makes me tear up. Happy stuff makes me cry. Eric is not having this
Eric's
at all.
I don't cry. Shut the fuck up.
Eric, you ever watched somebody coming home from the military videos?
Those are sad.
Those will make you cry.
Or when they show up at the kids' school while they're
I seen that one the other day.
They're dope, but they're not gonna make me cry. I mean,
I cry.
Yeah.
It's so bad to the point where my sister and my best friend both wanted me to be there when their kids were born, because they were hopefully that freaking emotional block you got will break once you see a kid being born. And I'm I don't think so. I think I'm gonna be grossed out and never want to have a kid ever after seeing that. What? My best friend was so that was it. She's nah, that's gonna be the thing to make you emotional. That's gonna get you to break. And I'm well, luckily I live in the Bay, so I wasn't gonna be able to go to LA to see you have that baby.
What had happened
I'll be here a couple days later to see her. Okay, hella funny. Anyways, well, a lot was going on. I think we could say we started off the week with the Bow Wow challenge.
Yes. One of the greatest challenges in a long time.
Goodness.
I'm a big fan of the Bow Wow challenge. It's not harmful. It's very
to him, I guess it is.
That's the only person that's harming, and he did it to himself.
Actually, okay, so
you watched the interview. I didn't watch it. So
he
tell
did
me.
an interview in New York, and he said it was all for promotion. He's promoting his TV show on WeTV.
Right.
But I mean, he didn't exactly say that, but he's oh, you just gotta watch out for it. WeTV, growing up hip hop, you gotta watch the show. You gotta watch the show. And the interviewer was what? Well, who took the picture in row 38?
Yeah,
he's oh, you gotta watch the show. We TV, we out here.
I believe that he is promoting a show right now, but I believe that he legit messed up and he's just using it to continue to promote the show. Like I don't think he's smart enough to really put that whole thing together.
His PR people are smart because that's probably what they told him to do.
I don't think he has PR people, first off. But
if you're a part of WeTV, most likely you have a PR person because it's a new show.
Okay.
So they probably got to, you know what I mean? Like they got to promote it somehow. So I'm sure somebody called him up on the phone and was like, yo, you're going to do this interview.
Yeah.
You better start directing it all towards the show.
Exactly.
Because you don't hear about it from anybody else but him. I haven't really seen anything really about it.
I mean, even if it was a real mess up.
Right.
For him to hop on it and be like, yeah, it was all part of the show.
I guess that's a good way of like not being a yeah.
I was actually talking about the other day. I was like, he just needs to hide for a couple days. But if he's going to use it to promote a show, that's a little bit better than hiding. Because the way he was like attacking people in the comments and like, you know what I mean? Like, just stop, bro. Like, you got caught. Like, it's a wrap. Like, let it go. But, you know, if you want to switch it up, do your thing, whatever.
Well, so also in the interview, he also mentioned, you know, he was the originator of the Scream tour, so a lot of careers, Omarion and B2K,
you hating,
and Sierra and Trey Songz careers
are because of
started
him.
Because of him.
Oh, but Trey Songz and Omarion still make hits.
Yeah, what is he doing?
So on Instagram, both Chris Brown and Trey Songz kind of like threw some shade and was like, Bow Wow said what? And then Chris Brown was like, somebody take Bow Wow phone. And
I saw that.
So he did it on like Instagram Live. And he's just taking L's all around. It's like L season for
He better hope this show is like amazing.
For real.
You better hope it brings in those Love and Hip Hop numbers, honey. Because I don't know.
But I mean, okay, here's the question for you guys. I feel like a lot of hip hop artists, especially when they're coming up, not saying that he's coming up because he's kind of going down. But,
that's a good way to put it.
When they're coming up, you got to front. You got to front until you make it. You know, you got to fake it till you make it. I'm not saying it's right.
I guess in a sense, because I'm not going to say who, but I did an interview yesterday. I'm not going to say who. Did an interview yesterday, and I feel like, those dudes were kind of faking it.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like, they are who they are, but I mean, as far as like the interview portion, like, they were kind of, I could tell they didn't know their answers. Like, they legitimately were kind of like, you know, like, it was weird. Like, it was just a weird, I've done a lot of interviews, and I feel like that one in particular was just like a waste of time. And I don't like feeling like that. I'm pretty down to like interview anybody. But yeah, like, I felt like it was just like faking it till they make it, you know, and they clearly have made it because they got signed. Right. Well, not really, I guess, made it. I guess you make it. Like, when do you consider yourself like for artists? What do you consider making it?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like Grammys. And do Grammys even count these days? Because everybody's like shaming the Grammys and all that shit.
I wouldn't say Grammys. You gotta have like
plaques.
For me, it's like you gotta have a song in a movie.
Platinum
That's when
album?
you know you made it.
Movie trailer.
Yeah,
movie trailer's crazy.
Like when you're on that movie status,
like soundtrack wise, you mean, or just in the movie?
I think both.
So like Kehlani G-Eazy, Good Life was Fast and Furious.
I think they made it.
Yeah,
they made it. Yeah.
I saw.
Shout outs to G-Eazy. Shout outs to Kehlani.
Yo, Kehlani, that's her second one.
Yeah.
Because Suicide Squad was Suicide Squad.
Yep. And then Fast and the Furious. And then I believe G-Eazy was in another one before this one.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw that too. I don't know what the movie is though.
But I think that's what makes it, because now you're making that Hollywood money. It's not just that music money. This is like residual, like income. That's
like you're gonna be getting checks for a while now.
Yeah,
you know, like people are gonna be box office money, DVD money, all that. You know,
that's true.
Yeah.
Commercials.
It's like a crossover too. Like you crossed over from like music to movies. Like you don't have to be in the movie, but like you're there.
Right.
Not to throw shade at anyone who hasn't been in the movie, but like when I watch a movie and I hear a song, I'm like, damn, they made it.
Yeah,
that's it for them.
I remember watching like one of the first Fast and the Furiouses, and I hear Ludacris's
Move.
No, it wasn't Move. Did it start with Move? I thought it was oh no, that wasn't fucking Ludacris. What was it? Was it David Banner? Like when they're it's like dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I suck.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I suck. But there's like this one, I think it was by Ludacris.
If you know that song, please comment below, because me and Eric are looking at each other like,
gonna be like, Gab, what are you talking about? Yeah. I'm the worst. We're
not
figure it out.
We're not taking you to karaoke. No.
I'm actually really good at karaoke.
Don't believe you.
Shut up. Speaking of karaoke, that's a good segue. I like it,
boom.
Eric.
Oh.
Speaking of karaoke, there was a video posted of Amber Rose and Wiz Khalifa's kid, Sebastian,
So cute.
singing You're the Inspiration by Chicago. And can I just say, I was talking kind of briefly to Eric about this. This kid is what, 4? And knows a song like that.
Amazing.
Okay?
It's good parenting.
It is good parenting.
That's great parenting, right? Where you see kids like Northwest on, the Kardashians, talking about clothes or, you know what I mean? And money. And I'm sure so for me, it's like I worry about the kids growing up with these hip hop parents, rappers, reality stars.
I worry about a lot of kids growing up with parents, period.
True.
These kids out here are wild. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a celebrity kid singing that song is dope, but it's like any kid really singing that song is dope because any kids are just wilding these days.
Yeah.
Like, they're just a mess. Like, I seen a little girl in like fishnets with ripped jeans. Like, it's just, it's out of control.
Do you feel like music today has a very big factor in all of that?
And what the kids are doing?
Yeah.
Well, are we talking like toddlers or kids? Because toddlers, it's the parents. Like, no, you can't 100%. Be like, oh, my 4-year-old picked it.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying just kids in general. Like, maybe like elementary to high school, like that way. Like, because a lot of, like, I was having a conversation with one of my friends. She's 30 and has like a 12-year-old and has like a 2-year-old. Like, they're like, or 10-year-old, 11. I don't know how old Brooklyn is. But like, I feel like, she tells me like she goes to these schools and like all the parents are hella young, like hella young. And like, she's like, dude, I can't tell you, like, I'll pull up to my kid's school and like, there's hella parents outside, like bumping, music, like hella loud. And these kids, I think in their head, like, yeah, that's my mom. She cool bumping this record. You know what I mean? Like, that's why it kind of like, I don't know. That's why I wonder, like,
parents are getting younger and younger these days.
Yeah, for sure.
And then they want to be that hip parent. They want to be that cool parent. So they're listening to nothing against Kendrick Lamar.
No, yeah.
Kendrick Lamar versus Marvin Gaye. Instead of those classics that we were raised on, they're listening on what we listen to.
Yeah.
So it's the generation's becoming younger and younger, and these newborn kids, elementary school kids, are getting influenced by what we listen to.
Right. It's crazy.
They're getting dressed, like the rappers get dressed.
Right.
They're wearing jewelry and getting fades and like, that's how parents are now.
They're going to like the swap meets and stuff to get like the knockoff.
I don't know about any of the swap meets.
I know I did. I'm not gonna lie.
But yes,
I went to the swap meet trying to get me some big gold bamboo earrings that turn my ears green.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. This chain probably gonna turn my neck green. But it's cute though. I look cute.
But back to what you're saying. Yes, they are probably going to like Durant Square. Shout out to people in East Oakland who know what that is.
Wow, we just connected the whole West Coast right there, from the swap meet to Durant Square. This is culture keepers.
Yeah, but like you got to go and dress your kid like the Lil Waynes. Like a perfect example, Halloween.
Yeah.
When they dress the kids like the rappers, like that's how they dress year round nowadays.
Oh yeah, no, that's what they're always talking about on Instagram. Yeah. Like, why? Like, you're either dressing your kid like the dude who left you, or you're dressing your kid like a damn near drug dealer. Like, it's a mess.
Yeah, for real. It's I don't even want to say it's a vibe, because it's not a vibe.
No. Terrible.
It's not a vibe. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I saw that video and my heart literally smiled.
It's beautiful.
It was like amazing.
Well, like, if you like, I'm a big fan of like Wiz's like mixtape stuff, and like the stuff he sampled is amazing. So it's like, I don't know Amber Rose like that, but I know Wiz has good music taste. So it's like, it's just dope that he gave that to his son. So.
Super dope.
I'm just glad they're not playing Wiz's music to him.
Wow.
No shade. No shade.
Yo, Wiz Khalifa, get in the comments. Tell Eric about himself.
I'm just saying, like, I'd rather them play the classics than some Wiz,
No, yeah, for sure. I get that.
That's his dad.
Yeah, but you don't want your son to be knowing, how much weed you just smoked.
It's just weed.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you don't want, was he 4?
I think he's 4. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want your kid going and being like, yeah, my dad smoked 2 blunts this morning. Like.
He doesn't smoke blunts. He smokes papers.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay. I'm just
Papers,
playing.
whatever,
I'm
you
just
know.
playing.
Catch a plane, Eric. Catch a plane.
But I'm just saying, like I'd rather have him singing that than some Wiz.
Right.
Nothing against Wiz.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Special? You got something? I know you got a little something.
I do. So I was having this conversation the other day. I'd like to preface this by saying that I love Gucci very much. I love him. I have tons of memorabilia. I got multiple pairs of socks. Like, I love the guy. He's great. But I want to ask you guys, do you think there's a chance of him coming back? Like, is he ever
fully?
Like, is he ever gonna be the man again?
I don't think on his own.
What does he have to do?
Well, like he's getting.
I have a theory about why he's not where he needs to be, but
I think he's getting like all these features, thinking that it's gonna help boost him back up. When really, I feel like he should have waited with that. Like, you shouldn't have jumped off the bat and like had Drake on a record. He's the biggest artist right now. Anything he features on, it's like huge right now. I feel like he should have just like got comfortable with his bars and himself again, like as a rapper, like coming out of jail and then kind of getting like the features a little bit. So it's like, give us something to look forward to.
See.
I think off top, like when he came out, like I was expecting him to do that.
See, but I think if he wouldn't have done that, he would have completely like
Fell off.
sank. I mean,
I don't know.
there's
It
always
could have
going to be the
gone
day
either
ones that love
way.
him, but like I think if he wouldn't have gone that route with like Ray Shremmerd and Drake, then he would have really fell off. But it's like, I don't understand what he could possibly do next. Like, is he gonna make it? Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Spesh. Like, you got to come out swinging. Like, you just got released.
I wasn't impressed. I
mean,
guess.
okay. Here's the thing. He did what he was supposed to do. He got Drake. He got the Rick Rosses, the Gucci's. Well, he is Gucci. He got the Ray Shremmerds.
I was like, wait, what?
he got all these artists to get on his records or to feature with him. He dropped an album, 2 albums, mixtape, or
Yeah.
whatever. He went on tour. Like, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Is he gonna be any bigger? I mean, I don't think so.
But why does always everybody got to feel like that's what they supposed to do? Like, why does it have to be like that? Like, why can't people just do what they, like, maybe go do something opposite? Maybe that could have worked.
well, okay. 2 things. First, I feel like that's what he was supposed to do because it shows that people still fuck with him. It shows that, like, you know what I mean? He's still connected and, like, you know what I mean? Like, he has these connections and he knows these people and he's able to, you know what I mean? Like, he's respected and all that stuff.
Right.
So I think that's what he has to show. It also shows that he's current. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I still know these kids. Like, I still know what goes down. The second part is he's about to drop a book in September, which might be to some people the opposite, like you said.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be interesting. But at the same time, like, I don't know. Like, I'm going to buy the book. I'm like, who else is really going to buy this book?
But
That's
also,
my question.
Also, he did what he did was right because it shows that he has the hustle. That he can be locked up for a certain amount of time and then come out and just be like full swing like I never left.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why it's the right thing to do because a lot of people will come back and not drop anything and then they get lost.
I just
Not
feel
only
like
that-
sometimes like patience actually works. I guess you could say for me. And I mean, like, I feel like in hip hop, like everybody feels like you have to have this like all up in your face mentality. Like, oh, I got to come out swinging because I've been in the pen and blah, 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 blah. But there's a right way to do things. And I'm not saying that he didn't do it the right way. But at the same time, it's like now you're at this peak. And I don't know if you're going to get over that. You know what
I don't think it was. I mean,
I'm just saying, like, why always do the norm? Why don't you try something different and see how people react? Like, you've been doing this for a while. You've been locked up before. Like, this ain't your first rodeo, bro. Like, you've been doing it a long enough time. Like, and I get it. Like, Drake is hot right now. Ray Shremmer's hot. I understand completely. Not saying not to make records with these dudes. Make records. But like, maybe I wanted something to look forward to. Like, maybe I wanted to hear what's been going on while you were in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I mean, at the same time, you have to realize that we're in the internet age.
No,
so
yeah, I
the
get it.
time goes by quickly.
Yeah.
So his buzz of him getting out, that's his buzz. That's his train,
Yeah.
full speed right there. So he has to hop on that train and ride that train.
Yeah.
Because in a minute, like, once people are stopped talking about that, he's free, that's his buzz is gone.
Yeah.
So you got to ride that train. The internet you're done after that. It's like, it's so fast. Perfect example is Boosie. Ain't nobody talking about Boosie right now.
No.
But that's all everybody was talking about a couple years ago. Free Boosie, free Boosie.
Yeah.
Right.
He got out. He did a couple tracks. He was hot for a minute, but that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, longevity is not. It's not a thing with rappers nowadays. Like,
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is there really any longevity with any rapper that's out right now? I mean, aside from like the classic people, you know what I mean, that have like all these amazing catalogs or whatever. But
I think Gucci is interesting because the second part of it for me is there's all these people that he technically put on that are killing it right now. But I think in my mind, at least, they're kind of like blocking him. Like when I hear Migos, like, not gonna lie, the first time I heard Migos tracks, I was like, this is a Gucci song? Like, I legit think that they sound like each other. So it's like, and now you even see like Quavo going and doing pop stuff, and it's like, if Quavo wasn't there, that would be Gucci. Like, Gucci would be doing that pop stuff. Gucci would be doing all these records. Like, he would basically be Migos. You got Migos, you got Future, like all these people that Gucci kind of put on are now killing it. And it's like, I think that's kind of standing in his way because now they're like really super popping. It's like it kind of takes away from his space.
I mean, but you can't say they're staying in his way because it's
Gucci's
Future.
Still Gucci at the end of the day.
Future's not standing in Migos' way. They're all kind of doing his thing at the same time. So I feel like the only thing that's standing in his way is him. Like, if he can't do the pop lane, if he can't cross over, that's on him. It's just not his time. It's Migos' time. It's Future's time.
Yeah,
and soon
because
enough,
they're younger.
Could have been Gucci's time.
You
I mean,
just had to
Gucci-
go
I
get
feel
locked
like-
up.
I feel like Gucci got a fork in him. It's done.
Wow.
He's done. Yeah.
I think so too.
I mean, like I said, longevity in rappers, Migos are going to have a time where nobody's talking about Migos anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you
Same with
got your
Future.
fiance as your backup dancer, like, while you perform, like, which
That's
is dope.
love.
That's low. That's love. I was trying to say dope and love at the same time.
That's dope.
That's love.
That's gonna be a thing.
But like, I don't know, like, the poppin' rappers ain't doing that. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, like I said, rappers nowadays come and go.
the only way we're gonna see Gucci is like on the Shade Room, fucking not kneeling to propose, like that type of shit. Like, that's the only reason why we gonna really see him.
Wait, but okay, so Gucci has a fork in him. Let's do the, end all be all comparison. Does Jeezy have a fork in him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Just
think
making
so,
sure.
too.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Making
Trap.
sure.
I mean, a lot of trap rappers are kind of the original trap rappers.
Does T.I. have a fork in
T.I.
him?
has a fork in him.
Definitely.
Wow, y'all are
T.I.
just handing out forks.
T.I. has, I feel like, had the fork in him since he started T.I. and Tiny.
Jeez.
I'm gonna be straight up.
Well, I'm not gonna hate on that show. That's one of my favorite shows.
I know you like the show, and I like the show. I'm not hating on the show, but once you start doing reality TV, like, it's like a different lane
Yeah,
you're in.
that's true.
It's
That's true.
different.
I mean,
Like, you don't see none of the freaking young jocks and fucking little scrappies from Love and Hip Hop getting all this love off their music from being on these shows.
Yeah.
You
I
know
think
what I mean?
The original trap definitely is done.
Wow.
You can hand forks out to all of them.
That makes me sad a little bit because I like T.I. and
No,
I've interviewed him before, and he's like hella like
He's hilarious.
He's hilarious, one, but not only that, he really like gives intricate answers. Like, you could see him thinking about what he's gonna say as you're talking to him or asking him a question. Like, he's super intricate.
He
Like,
speaks eloquently.
yes,
all
good way
those
to put
big
it.
words. I love all those memes of him.
You're making me feel like I'm talking to my boss right now. No, I'm just playing.
No, but for real, like, I mean, T.I., he has a great show. I love the show, but in reality, is he gonna make another good album? I don't think so.
And it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, do I have a desire to even listen to it?
See, I'm still listening to all of this, so y'all are making me sad.
I mean, you can. I mean, there's nothing
I'll
wrong with listening to it,
but
right.
like, I feel like if I'm not feeling it from jump, I'm gonna skip to the next one.
Yeah, it's their time is done. You know,
Yeah.
it's the Migos and it's 21 Savage and it's whoever else, Future and whoever else, that consider themselves trap.
I've never asked you guys this question. How do you feel about Wale?
Oh,
the
this
album?
is a good topic.
The album?
Yeah, because I haven't listened to it.
Oh, I thought you meant Wale in general. That's a
I
good
actually
topic.
do mean Wale in general because I'm a be straight up. Like, I don't really like Wale.
We used to fight about this.
Yeah. But why don't you like Wale? Let's start right there.
I don't like Wale. I wasn't really a big fan of his music. That's for sure. Like that whole Bad record, I hated that song.
Yep.
And then I met him, like he had come up to my old job and I did not like his whole vibe. Like that's a big deal for me. Like I feel like ever since I got into radio, I'm kind of like fucked as far as liking music because I like the music. Because when you, like, I do like the music, but when I meet somebody and then you're a dick, I'm like, yo, no. Like, I don't fuck with you.
For real.
Like Ludacris. I'm going to give you an example. Ludacris, no, I'm going to give you this example. So Ludacris, it was my first day working at Power.
Wow.
Literally my first day. And we were doing like this backstage breakfast with Ludacris, and he had come out of the parking garage, and the front security guy, Ernesto, he don't really speak English that well. Like he speaks it, but not that well. So Ludacris had got dropped off right there to like come up to the station. So they're asking him for his name. And he's like, Ludacris, like telling the guy. And I'm like, oh my God, fucking Ernesto. So I go over there and I'm like, yo, man. I'm like, Ernesto, I'll take him up. Just say he's here for Junior or something. And they're like, I just gave him some random. He's like, okay. So I take him up. I'm like, yo, my bad, man. Like, I'm sorry that happened. He's like, nah, it's cool. He's like, I know it happens. He's like, you know, whatever. He was hella cool about it.
Okay.
And I felt like Luda could have easily flipped out and been like, how do you not, what do you mean you don't know who I am? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? But every time I've met Luda after that, has been cool. I ran into him in Vegas. He remembered me.
Aww,
like I was in Vegas, like my homie's DJing. I'm at the DJ booth, and I'm kind of snapping, and he's like, "You got me in there," and I was like, "Yeah, my bad, dog." Like, because I really didn't mean to. I was kind of like doing one of these, and he's like, "You got me in there." I was like, "My bad," and I looked up, and he's like, "I know you. I've seen you before," and I was like, "Yeah, I do radio in the Bay." Like, yeah. So he's always been cool, but I felt like I was waiting for him to like kind of spaz out.
I think he's like an exception though, because he used to work in radio.
That's true.
So he kind of knows how. Like I
forgot about that.
Expect him to be good.
I actually really forgot about that.
He knows.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But because back to Wale.
Okay, so Wale,
I was like, I knew we were about to talk about
I had a
something
point,
good.
I swear.
Yeah.
But I didn't like I was expecting, I guess, Ludacris to kind of act out in that moment just because, you know, people didn't know who he was. So then Wale comes up, hella cool, like as soon as he walks in. And then I don't know what happened. Like he was recording liners or something, and somebody had walked in, like, but was super quiet, and he got mad. Like that like set him off because somebody had walked in as he was recording liners or something.
Jeez.
Like it was like super. I can't like it was that and like something else. Like I don't know. Like his whole attitude after that. Like I was just like, yo, like I don't fuck with you, man. Like why you bugging? Like relax.
I understand, but this kind of goes back to the first conversation on our first podcast. Would you stop listening to Chris Brown because
I don't listen to Chris Brown.
Do you not listen to R. Kelly anymore?
I mean, I'm a R. Kelly fan, but I haven't really listened to him in a while.
But do you still like his music?
Yeah.
So because Wale's a jerk, that doesn't mean you don't have to not like his music. Or but
I've never really been impressed by his music though. Either way, like I've never been like, oh, there's an album that Wale's coming out with. I want to listen to it. I don't have a desire to listen to it.
Like she was already turned off, and this solidified it.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's your reason?
Oh, you know my reason, Eric. I just like
Eric's a Wale fan. I'm taking it.
I'm a supportive of Wale.
Okay.
I'm a very Wale supportive. But back to Special. I want to
see. Mine is almost the opposite of Gabby's, but not completely. So like, I've never met. Have I met him? I don't think I've met him. So I respect him kind of as a person. Like I get why he gets frustrated with the industry, and you know what I mean. Like I think it's cool that he likes wrestling and Seinfeld.
Right.
And you know what I mean. Like he has some cool things going on with him.
Right.
But that whole like ambitious girl thing that came out, and how like girls just went crazy for it. Like it just felt so gimmicky and like just over poetic. You know what I mean? I don't like Drake, so I don't like emotional shit. Like it just, I don't know. That really turned me off. And then on top of that, like he's just never had a song that I liked. There's one J. Cole song that he's featured on that I like, but it's a J. Cole song.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. So
I don't know. It's like one of those artists that I just don't have a desire to dig deeper on. I'm like, I feel like it's almost like I'm forcing myself. Yeah. Like I feel that way about Meek Mill too.
Yeah. I don't like Meek Mill.
I don't like Meek Mill at all. Like even when like all these people love this whole like Dream Chase, was that the whole Dream Chaser stuff or whatever? Like I remember talking to a homie and he looked at me crazy. Like I looked like he looked at me so crazy telling me, what? You don't know music. You don't know nothing about hip hop. I was like, I don't know nothing about hip hop because of Meek Mill. Are you fucking out of your mind?
What did he say? Say it again.
He said, I know nothing about hip hop.
How did he say it?
You know nothing about hip hop? I fucking hate you.
But no, okay. So
shout out to that guy. Could he be a special guest on the podcast? I like his voice.
I like Wale because I was into poetry one day. At some point, I used to write poetry.
Beautiful.
You were a rapper.
I also dabbed into rapping at some
Dibbled
point.
and dabbled.
I wouldn't call myself a rapper, but I was into poetry. I was into poetry.
That's going to be our
write
next
poetry.
question. What defines a rapper? You recorded multiple songs that, like, not just wrote them, but recorded them.
That you accidentally gave to someone.
Yeah.
Can I finish?
So they were in your iTunes.
Can I finish? Can I finish? Thank you. So I used to write poetry. I actually used to. I competed in poetry contests.
Dope.
I won first place 3 years in a row in elementary school.
Wow.
This is the real deal.
That's
so
tight.
I respect the art. I respect the art and the poetic parts. And I respect lyricism.
I get that.
He has a different side of lyricism that most rappers don't have. He may not rhyme, but he's saying something that's very powerful behind his lyrics. So I try to like listen to it. I actually like without the beat. Whatever. I mean, well, obviously he's on a beat, but I try to like get past the beat and listen to exactly what he's saying. So it's one of those things where, yeah, I might have to force myself to listen to it, but I feel like I'm going to get a message behind it that some people are just going to ignore or somebody won't even listen to because they're like, Wale, I'll pass.
So did you like the new album?
No.
Okay.
But I did not like the new album yet. I'm still a fan of like Ambition, the old Wale.
Yeah.
This new album, maybe I have to listen to it again. But there was a lot of things that I just couldn't relate to. I wasn't really feeling. I remember when he dropped Ambition, it was all about, yeah, you can't stop me. I'm gonna still do this, and that's where I was at the moment.
Yeah,
so
you related to it.
Yeah, but I mean that's to say, even though I'm still a fan of his music and his lyrics, don't mean I have to like every single album he drops. And just to kind of correlate, me and Special both love J. Cole. But,
that's what I was thinking about when you were talking about Ambition.
But like his last couple albums, I'm not a big fan of. But if we go back to Cold World Sideline Story or Friday Night Lights or Born Sinner, I can play the whole thing nonstop.
I feel like that's kind of a norm for you.
What?
Liking old, like the artists when they come out and not liking their newer shit.
I mean,
it's like that with Kendrick Lamar. It's been that way with J. Cole.
Yeah.
Wale. Who else?
But I think it's for a different reason than usual. I think a lot of like quote unquote like hip hop heads get caught up in like, oh, if you don't know their old shit, then you don't know anything. But I think for Eric, and I'm gonna include myself because I feel the same way, it's more of like we really like he was saying, like ambition, hustle, about to make it, on the grind type stuff, because that's how our lives are, and that's what we can relate to. Like once people reach a certain level, it's like, you know what I mean, you become Watching the Throne and it's just luxury rap, and you're like, all right, I mean that's cool sometimes, but you know what I mean. And it's like that always goes back to what I always say, like I'd rather listen to drug dealer music than drug popping music, you know what I mean, just because there's a hustle in that. Like anything that has a hustle, like we're gonna identify with, because we hustle every day. We don't drive Maybachs every day. Like
something we can relate to. These artists grow so fast because they're in the limelight.
But I feel like J. Cole or Kendrick aren't like that.
No, but they, this was this album. This album was about this content. Now they're on to a different subject. Maybe we're still stuck on that subject. We're still in that area where we can relate to that album, but we can't relate to the jazzy stuff of To Pimp a Butterfly. Or, maybe we're not in the situation where we can relate to the stuff on Damn. Yeah. But at the same time, if you talk about Good Kid, Mad City, there's stuff on there that we're like, oh, those are classics to me.
Yeah.
Plus also like, I think artists reach a certain level and they start like experimenting, which we kind of talked about, I think in the first episode too, is like being in that box versus not being in that box. And it's like, that's cool. Like we can appreciate these artists for who they are, but it's like, that doesn't mean I have to like it. Like that's cool that you decided to do some jazzy stuff on Spin Butterfly, or you know what I mean? You did this other thing, but it's like, I liked what you did when you were in your bedroom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but that's just me. So
I think the only person, and this will be my last point, the only person that I've actually grown with, and I might sound like a groupie.
I know who he's going to say. Can I say it?
Go ahead.
Kanye.
It's Kanye West.
Yeah, no.
Because like every single album, like even though I feel like he's pushed the industry forward. He's changed. Like he did the whole 808s and Heartbreak. He did Yeezus. which was all electronic, and now he's doing To Pimp a Butter. Wrong album. He's doing The Life of
Major.
Pablo, and that's like everything all together. I mean, but Late Registration, Graduation, and College Dropout were the classics.
Right.
So he's pushed the bar forward for hip hop. He's changed it. He's gotten the auto tune and electronic and now everything together.
Yeah.
So I've definitely followed Kanye throughout the whole way. I even like Yeezus. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like for me, like I mean, it's always dope when you can relate to a song, like for sure. But I feel like that's not what I'm going in listening to a song hoping for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very open-minded when I hear new music. Like, I'm super like, okay, cool. If I relate to it, dope. But sometimes I might just like what they're saying, or I just might like the beat more than I like what they're actually saying, or you know what I mean? Like, it's certain stuff like that. I guess that's why I like Damn a lot. Like, I listen to it, and I like J. Cole's recent album. You know what I mean? Like, I like Kendrick's body of work after Good Kid, Mad City. Maybe not Untitled. I didn't really like that album, but like, you know what I mean? I like 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Like, I like those projects.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't like them.
You just said that. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying I don't. I like Good Kid, Mad City more. I like Born Sinner more. I like Ambition more. I just, and it's like you said, it might be because the beat. It could be because I relate to it. It could be whatever the subject matter is. But
yeah,
it has to be all of those things for me to really, really like it.
Nice. That's tight. One last thing I wanted to touch on with you, Spesh, because I was curious to see if you saw this. Did you watch the Pharrell interview with Kaytranada for Other Tone?
No, I saw that they did it, but I haven't watched it.
Apparently, they planned like a whole EP together during the interview.
Yes, that's what it's supposed to be about. Like, for real. Like, why even bring people in the studio if you're not going to plan some stuff? Oh, that's perfect.
And I saw Kaytranada actually perform at Coachella, and the whole time, which is so freaking ironic, the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, when is this dude gonna link with Pharrell?
Yes.
When is he gonna link with Pharrell? When is this gonna happen?
That's so beautiful.
I just had to like see if you watched that or whatnot, because it was dope.
It's so cool because when certain people like link with him, like I'm like, I don't know you, bro, but I'm happy for you because I know this is like, you're as excited as I am. So it's like, oh, it's so
Pharrell
beautiful.
brings out like just a different side in everyone, I feel like.
True.
Like a side that you probably didn't even know you had.
True. Not
You
gonna
know?
lie though. I had never heard it until like a couple weeks ago because Currency has so much goddamn music.
Yeah.
There's a Currency Pharrell track that is just not good.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what are you gonna say
Yeah,
right now? Because I'm not sure.
It's not good, but
Really?
that's like 1 out of 1,000, and it's like it's hit or miss sometimes. But yeah, no, Kaytranada, that's super dope.
Yeah, you should watch that.
I'm
Just saying.
excited.
Anything else, guys? I think we're coming up to the end here.
No, I think that's
I
it.
think we're good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for listening. Appreciate you. Let us know your comments, concerns, complaints.
Yeah.
I think that's what concerns was for. Sorry.
No, but if you're concerned, like you're worried, like you're
You're worried.
are they okay?
Like you're worried about me crying about the voice,
Yeah,
right? Because I'm worried about
Has Special had her carbs today? All legitimate concerns.
Yes.
Nobody tripping off me. I'm good out here.
You easy
solid.
going. You all right. Yo, can you let them know like the little like of the
Movie update.
Yes. I was like, I'm looking for a word and I can't get it out.
No, I cannot.
Oh,
But
okay.
keep a lookout for it. Follow me at Miss Eric Fisher, Spesh.
Oh, at Special Says.
I'm at It's Gabby Diaz.
No, but like seriously, I'll give the movie update. You can still go support it. You can either share it, you can make a donation.
Definitely.
If you didn't hear last week, the man is making a movie and we're very excited. And it's not just like, oh, it's a movie. Like
We're
no,
super excited. Like I don't think
it's-
you understand.
it's a movie. So, if you can't donate, share. If you can't share, I don't know what you're doing here.
Yeah. Just take a look at it, man.
Eric Fisher approves this message.
There it is. Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you.